Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. So, apparently it's called the Apache Kid, not the Cherokee Kid, so if I have misinformed y'all, I'm sorry. The Apache Kid, Alan Crandall. I could be wrong, but it was from Atlas Comics. But it says here, old Western character in Marvel Comics, mostly seen in stories in Marvel's 1950 peculiar, excuse me, precursor comics, Atlas Comics. This character was named after, but unrelated to the real Native American man known as the Apache Kid. I do not know how to say this shit. I'm going to totally butcher it. So instead of that, I'm just going to spell that shit out for you. HASKAY-BAY-NAY-NATYL. Okay? So we got that straight. His first appearance was in Two Gun Westerns November 5th, 1950. I, like most of you, probably didn't exist, so we have no idea. Alter ego, Alan Candrell. I'm pretty sure I'm not saying that right, so I'm going to spell it out for you. Krandal. So it's probably Alan Candell. You know what? I spelled it. Figure it out. Anyway, notable aliases. I definitely can't say this. So I'm going to spell that shit all the way out for you. First and last name. First name, Aloysius. Last name, Kare, which I believe is care. But we're just going to go from there. I'm not going to read the comic scheduling, and it was an ongoing series of Western drama 1950 to 1956. So it lasted for 6 years, 19 issues over 6 years. Doesn't seem like that's a long enough reign for 19 issues. Main character Apache Kid. So now let's go to fictional biography. Fantastic. You're gonna like this. Apache Kid. Ready? Caucasian child Alan Candrell was raised by Apache Chief Red Hawk. He and his wife after being orphaned, grew up and took a civilian identity as cowboy, the name that I couldn't spell, changing to the white paint outfit to fight outlaws, both white and Native American, and generally protected both groups of people. Captain Bill Gregory, a nearby fort, was his white brother, who also respected the elder Red Hawk Council. Unlike many other Western comics, in 1950, Apache Kid generally presented the indigenous Americans in the same light as Caucasians and made distinctions amongst the other vibes. Okay, well, I just got screwed, blued, and tattooed because Apache Kid isn't even a natural Apache. Okay, that doesn't make him any less native, since he was raised by native and he knows all their ways, but it just says here, Caucasian kid named Alan Candell. And I'm like, oh, I thought he literally was an Apache, but apparently not biologically. Okay, so other versions. Apache Skies, the return of Apache Skies, 2002, 4-issue miniseries with a Rawhide Kid and two persons called the Apache Kid. DAZIAALOYSIUS, Care, and his wife, Rosa, were in the sequel to the miniseries Blaze of Glory, which significantly retconning that natively the cultural Marvel Western stories years were merely down novel fictions. Okay. Yeah. We're just gonna cut that off. So, gonna show you guys a picture of the Apache Kid. He doesn't look white. So I can't figure out how he's a white kid raised by Apaches. But if you guys decide to retcon that, I'm available, but I'm not Apache. So there he is, on top, fighting the guy, holding the weapon. So yeah, Apache kid. Now, I'm going to talk about this a little bit, and I'm probably going to piss off a lot of people. And if you think that's bad, I'm going to piss you off even more when I talk about Apache Chief. Okay? The name itself is racist as fuck. You guys couldn't give this guy a better name. Apache Kid. That is racist on another level, and it's not really Marvel's fault that I see it as a racist name. Because, you know, the other natives have native names. And I find it slightly horrific that they couldn't give him an Apache warrior name. You know, and they just called him Apache Kid. But at that same time, now after reading that, I'm like, okay, well, it kind of makes sense now since he's not even biologically an Apache. So, where do we go from there? Since he's not biologically an Apache, forgive the baby crying. He's spending the night, but not with me. So, since he's biologically an Apache, he's not biologically an Apache. It would kind of make sense for him to be called the Apache Kid. That being said, I don't know how this happened, and I think that I think they should retcon him, and I think they should either, when they retcon him, make him mixed like me, so that he will have Apache roots by blood, versus okay, he being raised by Apache. And again, there have been non-natives raised by natives that are native, and that also kind of explains how there are a lot of nice light-skinned natives, because they got adopted into the tribe and they married and had babies in that tribe. That's the best way I can explain it, or the logical way, and I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong, but natives come in all colors. I have two. Anyway, that being said, I am Echo Fang Grey Wolf, your mixed native. Be seeing you.